Good day. Good day. I am here to do a reading for the collective. Thank you for being here. If this aligns with you, please like, share, and subscribe. And I just want to start off by saying I've had, like, in the last few years, there's so many people asking what their purpose is, what is in alignment with them. As a reader, I'm not sure that we can really specifically say, like, sometimes I do get a complete vision of what it is, but more often than not, I do not. I can get, like, you should be in service with people, or you should, you have these psychic abilities, you have healing abilities, you have, the purpose to be a teacher, a leader, all of that stuff. I can get all of that, but what specifically is really, really hard, because spirit is, it's in a reading, what comes up is for you to discover aspects of yourself to move forward, discover, things that uncovering things that maybe you didn't look at, uncovering things that, are going to push you into the direction where you're aligned or called to what you are called to. Um, just remember that, because it's really hard for someone to say you should be, this or that. Um, this is about your journey. This is about you moving forward in discovering who you are, what is in alignment with you, what your intuition is telling you. You know, um, often you just get like a thought, and often we just push those thoughts away. And that thought that came in is an aspect of spirit giving you a piece to the puzzle. Okay, and that is, like, I can say for myself, I get pieces to the puzzle and I have to really, put it together. Where's it fit in your life? Because I don't live your life. Okay. And I do, sometimes I do get exactly your purpose, but more often than not, it is for you to do some uncovering of what it is. um, Finding who you are. And often people know, but they are scared to step into things for different reasons. I won't get into that. That's something deeper. But I just wanted to preface that in readings, it is to uncover and for you to discover more of, what it is that's stopping you from stepping into, or not listening to a sign, or, not realizing that it is a sign for you to really move forward with or into. Okay. I just wanted to say that, because it comes up so much for me, for people. What is my purpose? Really, it's you discovering that emotional, um, that emotional joy, that brings you to, that fire within you that brings you to step into your purpose, right? And in however that looks. Okay. Okay, I'm going to move on with my reading. I was playing with the cards and one fell out. Younger woman, dealing or relationship with a younger woman. Okay, I am going to pull a tarot to see more about. Okay, okay, judgment. I'm going to pull a couple more here. Um, okay, yep. Ten of Swords and the High Priestess. Wow, this is big. Okay, so what they're telling me, there is a younger person that is has come into your life or will be coming in. Depends on who this is for. Okay, um, it's something to do with, maybe it's the end of this relationship, or they've done something that hasn't been, in alignment with you, in service with you, however that looks. But they're showing me that everything is going to balance out. This relationship, it is like judgment. Judgment is about, they and you need to really look at, um, your part in the relationship, your piece in what has happened. There's something that possibly has happened, but what it's doing is teaching you to connect deeper to yourself, your intuition. And it's like, ooh, I knew that about this person. I should have listened to my intuition. Okay. There is something there with that in with this person that maybe hasn't been on, like, um, maybe there's boundaries that need to be set, something like that. Wall, misunderstanding. Okay. So really connecting to what is truth. So that's the judgment, right? Whatever that truth might be. Disappointment and in some affair. There's some scissors there. I also got, maybe for some of you, it's time to cut the cords and, realize that you know what you know, you're connected to your higher self in knowing if this person was honest or dishonest. There's something there, but they're saying get the full picture, get to know, maybe this person did something for a specific reason that you don't even know about. Okay. So really, get the full picture is what they're saying. Two of Cups. So this says love. I feel like this is some kind of a really close relationship that is affected in whatever has happened. Okay. And Shaman, number 5, the Hierophant. Okay. So really, this is for you to really step into what you know, step into being the leader. So if there's a misunderstanding, there's a conversation that needs to be had. Don't hide from having a conversation, that communication, because you will probably discover something that you didn't know or you need to know to have things be understood, is what they're saying. And they're telling me, okay, I mentioned cutting cords. For some of you, this relationship is needs to be stay together. If it's in alignment with you, that's you have to decide that. But maybe there's aspects of that relationship that you need to cut the cords on. Only allow the parts of the relationship that is going to honor both of you, that is going to serve you both in a positive way for the highest you know um possibilities for alignment. Okay, there is something here that again, they're telling me you feel like you've been backstabbed possibly, but they're really the understandings of this, the whatever happened is completely going to iron itself out. But for some of you, it's with a conversation, it's going to iron itself out. Okay. 5 of Wands, yes, disagreement. Somebody can't work together type thing. There's something here for you to, really sit down and see the full picture in order to work together, in order to be together, in order to, be friends, be partners, whatever this is. Okay. There's something about, each of you have your own opinion, each of you have your own thoughts, each of you have your own um, thinking on it, but coming together and resolving that in is something that is big. It is like, let's have a conversation. Why did you do this? Oh, well, because, oh, well, I didn't know that. Right. There's some dialogue here for you to really see the full picture. Okay. In working together, in making it work. Or, I guess for some of you, it's going to be complete separation. 3 of Swords. So there's been some hurt there. There's some pain, but in this card, she's coming back home. She's coming back to a space where the door is open for her. So just knowing that you can contribute to this relationship, you can contribute to this understanding, bringing it together. So it's can't be it's not going to happen unless one of you decide to have a conversation. the separation just continues to separate. But they're showing here that you are a leader in, stepping forward. Get the true facts. Don't take something that you heard from someone else. Okay. This is this is all about the communication and understanding. It's going to be a brand new beginning for this relationship. And if for some of you, I feel like some of you, it's going to be like cut the cords, but for the majority of you, there's something coming together in, it'll be either a new relationship is coming in, but what I'm getting for the majority of you is it's going to be rekindle this this relationship and allowing it to be what it needs to be because it lacked the communication. There was something that was painful, that someone has said or did, but it doesn't just go away by ignoring it. Well, it will. The anger just keeps building and you keep separated. Okay. There's something with that in, one of you has to make the step. One of you has to step forward and make the leap to have the conversation, to be coming from the same aspect of where you want to get to, okay, where the goals are at the end of the journey. 10 of Pentacles, beautiful. This is it all coming together. This is all that you want. This is the emotional, physical, mental, spiritual, however you want to look at that. This is all coming together in alignment to find that joy, that happiness, all of it, okay? 4 of Pentacles, or 4 of Wands, sorry. Celebration, commitment. Are you committed? Are you committed enough to have a conversation of, I misunderstood you or you misunderstood me, however that looks, okay? There's something here that you, to celebrate, and in the long run, having a hard conversation is what is going to create the celebration in the end, and knowing whether you can move on or not, right? 7 of Wands, this is about building something that is strong, building something that is going to last. But they're saying that you are the piece to that puzzle. You are the one who starts a conversation that is going to bring it to the next level. You are the one who has the creating the bridge, creating a foundation, a new, stronger foundation, possibly, okay? With this Ace of Cups, it's all, this is the beginning of relationships. This is an offering for you to really be what you need to be, but also for the relationship to be strong and emotionally and loving, all of that, okay? Again, they're just showing me that with the 5 of Wands, there's conflict in, it could be both of you in your heads, or if this is more than one person, people, whatever, one other person, I should say. But they're just with a High Priestess here in the Hierophant. This is you being the leader. This is you about being connected. This is about you being in alignment for what you want in this relationship moving forward. You can't move forward unless you have a conversation, okay? It's like, or it's just, it doesn't work. It'll just keep going round and round if you keep avoiding, or if they keep avoiding a conversation, okay? But with the Judgment, it's going to balance out. It's going to have, what you put in is what you get out. So if you want to have a conversation, you're going to get out what you need from that conversation. Clarity, whether this is right for you or not, right? It's just how that is. The Fool, new beginning. Don't be afraid to step into this new beginning. And it's like a fresh new start, okay? For some of you, it's a fresh new start. Oh, well, I didn't realize you thought this way. Or, then you now have a new understanding and the relationship can move forward how it needs to move forward. And yeah, definitely a fresh new start, new outlook, they're saying, on understanding. Whoop, okay. Shine your light. And there's another one that flew out here, emotional strength, okay? So this is the shine your light. This is duality. This is seeing the good and the bad, seeing, having those hard conversations possibly that allows you to understand. It's like putting light into a dark room. You just understand it a lot better when you can see, right? So it's putting that love into it, that effort into it, that those questions into it, the understanding into it, however that fits, right? Emotional strength, the eye of the storm. Okay. Really seeing that um, right now it's the most difficult part of it right now, but when it all settles down, it's going to be all the peace. Look at the doves here, all the peace, the joy, the happiness. Right now it's hard, but if you face it, the joy and the happiness comes sooner. Okay. And I just feel that there is yeah, like, I just feel like there's misunderstanding. I feel like there is something that is um or they came at it from an angle that you can't understand, but that's okay. It's for you to go into understanding. It's for you to hear what it is that you need to hear, whether it's in alignment with you or not, but at least you can then make a decision whether it's this relationship is for you or not. We have Jaguar, protection and courage. Okay. And then that is number 4. So building that foundation, knowing that you have that strength and you have all of the things that can create what they're saying is a new birth for this relationship, a new beginning. Okay. Rhino, stability and calmness. Number 31, which adds to 4. I love that. So really being in a space where, um, if you continue to keep focusing on what happened, you keep bringing up the past, you keep going back to those spaces, it's not going to work. There's no way to move forward if you keep holding on to the past. There's something within you that you need to look at for healing if you keep holding on to the past. Oh, it happened like this before. Well, you did this before. Is not going to bring it to a positive future. Okay, rhinos. I don't know if you know this, but rhinos cannot walk backwards. They do not look back. They only move forward. They can only step forward. So there's no point in going back into the past all the time. When you have that initial conversation, yes, you said this, you did this, whatever, but moving forward, moving toward the sun, moving toward the joy, the happiness, moving toward that space where you are receiving what you need to receive in the relationship. Okay. And definitely for some of you, this is to do with a partner. And some of you, this definitely has to do with someone that is a younger woman. Okay. That is maybe a friend, colleague, confidant. If it's a man watching a younger woman as in your partnership, um, but it's like what they're showing me is I feel like this person is questioning you in your decisions. It's like, okay. I'm not saying it's judgment, but it's a misunderstanding. Maybe they don't understand where you are coming from or why you did what you did or why you feel how you feel. There's something there. So gaining clarity on, this is why I did this. This is how I feel. This is why I said yes. This is why I said no. However, whatever, right? The story is 3 of Wands. So this is stepping into, if you want the brighter future with this person, whether it's with them or without them, you have to step into this. You have to move toward it. What is stopping you from the conversation of, discovering what they have to say, or their side of the story, or speaking your side of the story. There's something here. It's like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? It's not going to go away. The animosity is going to still be there in 6 months if you don't have a conversation. And if that conversation leads to, the separation, then at least it's done, right? At least it's not sitting within you, festering. Queen of Pentacles. Yes, being confident, being comfortable in who you are, what you have to say, how you feel, and coming from a space of love. Like, I have to ask these questions because I'm coming from a space I need to understand. You don't have to go in and have a conversation and be like bold and straightforward and mean and all of these things. You can come from a space of, I need to understand, help me understand, because this is what I had in my part of the relationship. Now we need to, move forward in understanding, or not move forward, right? However that. But I'm feeling like this is something that is going to be the bridge to the gap that is going to create a better relationship. Queen of Swords. Wow. Yeah. And this is all about confidence. This is about, I'm standing strong in that conversation. I'm standing strong. This is how I feel. And we need to come together to understand why I'm feeling this way, or why you're feeling this way. There's something there about getting right to the point. Not from, hatred, not from attack, getting to the point of, let's have a communication in a big way. Okay. And then 5 of Pentacles. Okay. You hold the key. You can't feel like you are suffering from a relationship if you're not willing to have, a conversation. You can't feel like you are the one who is the only one who's sacrificing here, and worried about this or that, unless you have a conversation of understanding. There's a stack that fell out and the Hierophant was there. So really being strong in being that leader, there's something that you are going to help and teach and learn for someone. Okay. Queen of Pentacles again. Okay. 5 of Pentacles again. So you just had those in my last pull, in the last deck here. And walking away, 8 of Cups. This is about walking away from something, but for some of you it is. But what I'm feeling more so for this is walking away from the old thought patterns, walking away from not communicating. You're going to walk into a space where now you're going to start being who you need to be, communicating, making relationships work if it's in alignment with you. We all have disagreements at times, but it's just about being what's in alignment with you, having that open communication. I have learned from my past that I need the communication. Communication is key for me. It keeps me understanding the process. It keeps me understanding why you want to do what you want to do, however that is. Because without communication, we tend to have our own process. That person has their own process. And if you don't come together in understanding, or even talking about what the next step is, you just continue to separate and pull apart. Okay. For some of you, you're not meant to be in that relationship anymore, but without the communication, maybe you don't know if it's for sure or not. Okay. Knight of Cups. Yes, this is an offering. This is just similar to the Ace of Cups. There's something here for you to, an offering. I'm sorry, maybe there's that offering, or, oh, I did not know that. That could be the offering for understanding, right? However that fits for you. But if this is about you completely separating, there is someone else coming in big time. You have another relationship coming in, another friendship, another coworker, another whatever this fits for you in your life. Okay, there's something more coming in. There is something more emotional happiness, emotional joy that you can really be together in that. Okay, that is what I have for today. That went totally different than what I thought. I just read how it comes out. Okay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Okay. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being here every day. Some of you listen every single day. So I am very grateful for that in moving forward in what I am doing. November, I'm going to start doing more readings. You might see more like not just my morning reading, but you might see them throughout the day. I may, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, thank you for being here, and I hope you have a magical day. Much love.